Cameron also goes to the bathroom and I make people nervous. All right, first question, go ahead, guys.
What does this mean to you in the program?
Well, it's a tremendous day. You know, obviously we're gonna enjoy it. The guys earned this. They earned it. You know, and I'm really excited for our players and everybody that's played before them. But knowing this group now, we have to be focused on not just being content on making it and going and doing some damage.
At what point of the season did you feel that postseason was a realistic possibility after 5 wins?
We felt like the loss to Ohio State, honestly, was the 2 losses to Ohio State was the turning point. It was a different feel in our room. It was a different, it wasn't a moral victory just to squeak by 2 losses to the number 1 team in the country. Our guys felt like they could beat them. They felt like they should have, and they were upset, and it was just a different feeling. So we knew we had something in those losses. We really build off those.
What does this mean for recruiting in general? For ASU, getting those frozen Canucks down here to play hockey in beautiful weather in Arizona?
Well, has been easier for us, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Coach, knowing your opponent for the first round in Quinnipiac, what's your initial impression of this first round opponent?
Well, I mean, there's no layups in the tournament. Everybody that gets in is really good. It's a 16-team tournament. Anybody can win it. There's been years where the last seed has won. With Duluth and Providence, and Quinnipiac is an unbelievable program. They have one of the very best coaches in college hockey in Ren Pecknold, who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Chase Prisky on the back end is one of the top D in all of college hockey, and then Andrew Shortridge, their goalie, had almost video game-like numbers this year. So our work's going to be cut out for us in more ways than one, but it's going to be a great honor to play in our very first tournament game against such a prominent program.
When it was down to that last region, were you still confident you guys were going to get in? That's the way it's going to go?
Yeah, it was kind of poetic justice there to be the last team announced, I guess. But we were confident we were going to get in, and obviously it's not as subjective as college basketball, So if you're where you need to be in the pairwise, you're in, and we love where we're going, and we didn't really care where we went or who we played. We're excited to showcase our program on the highest stage, and our guys will be ready to go.
A decade.
So I think we're ahead of the general public's perception of where we should be. Internally, we're right where we wanted to be. We always had high expectations from day one. We felt like we're probably internally maybe a year ahead. We thought we would have this kind of year next year. But our goal internally has always been as a staff to make the NCAA tournament out of Oceanside before we got into our new building, and we've now done that.
Coach, nobody knows better than you what it took to build this program over the last several years, not just the last 3 or 4, but reflecting on that, now this tournament berth, what does that mean?
Well, it's been crazy. I mean, to share this day with some of our players from the ACHA days that helped us get to this point is really special to me. And you're as good as your alumni, and we're here because of all the people that really made this possible. Even and just the guys that played in the early stages of the NCAA program. We would always tell those guys, "There's going to be a day. We don't into us. You took the lumps for us. You got us to where we're at, and it's all going to be worth it on that day." And that day is going to be next Saturday.
When you took over this program as a club team, could you have imagined you'd be standing here talking to us about going to the NCAA tournament?
No, never. It was never the intent. It was never. A lot of club programs ask, "What was your blueprint to get to where you are?" There wasn't one. The only blueprint we had was to become the absolute most elite club program in the country. We became that very quickly. And good things happened, and we took that approach this season. Just focus on what's in front of you. Control what you can control. Don't worry about anything else, and it worked really well.
Granted, your team has changed a lot over the course of the last year, as has Quinnipiac's, but does it help having a handful of core players that have seen guys like Andrew Shortridge within the last year?
I think so. I mean, having familiarity with your opponents, it's good, because our guys have never been in this situation or in an NCAA tournament. They will have players that have been. When we played them last year, we played them the last 3 years. It's up until this year. So we are familiar with their program, and they're dynamite. They're as good as it gets on every level, from coaching all the way down. So it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
You've been saying that, because you've gone through this layoff before with the club team, that you kind of knew how to manage this? Since it turned out for these last few weeks the way you would have hoped that it would have?
It really has. I mean, last week, later in the week, the detail and the habits of our guys were literally there at an all-time high. They're very focused. They're competing hard. The pace in our scrimmage on Friday, we got refs to come, and it was as fast as it's been. Limited scoring chances both ways, which is what we want to see. That means they're defending hard and playing with urgency, and that's what we want. So we got a few days to practice now this week. We're going to play Saturday, I think was what the draw had us. So it gives us an extra day to stay here and practice through Wednesday, and we'll take off Thursday and we'll go at it.
So on that note, the long layoff doesn't really concern you?
Not even a little bit. We've from day one said we'll use that to our advantage. We had a couple injuries, one pretty bad one, and we're going to go into the NCAA tournament completely healthy, and most importantly, their batteries are recharged. Their minds are where they need to be. They're excited to play, and we're going to have to really focus on having
Shoulder with all the doubters, like you said, around the country.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. I mean, it's to compete, just to compete against the schedule that we've chosen to have every year. We have to play with a chip. We have to be physical. We have to be incredibly competitive and be tough to play against. And that's exactly what we are. This year, we are able to mix in some pretty elite skill and not lose that identity. And I think that's why we've had so much success. And I think it's what we're all about. Is playing tough.
How would you describe this moment? Your first ever NCAA tournament bid in one word. What would you describe it as?
Awesome.
How do you go ahead and obviously the turnaround, having this success and celebration tonight, how do you immediately turn around, get back into the focus?
Well, I think this is part of the month of planning that we put together. We had a public practice midweek last week to get them kind of out of their element and get that rust off in a new kind of venue with people watching. So that's out of the way. And then today was kind of the culmination of the month, and for these players to see all the great supporters out here and all you guys out here, what this means to people out here to in our third full season already make an NCAA tournament. It's important for our guys to understand what they did and what it means to people. And I think this event in and of itself will lead to even more focus and more intent.
The way the conference championships turned out, you played a number of weeks. Is that kind of reinforcing in a way too that these teams that you played this year kind of rose to that level?
Yeah, I mean we've seen everything. We've seen everything, and we played an unbelievably tough schedule, and so there's nothing we will see in the NCAA tournament that we haven't seen, and an environment that our guys haven't really been put in, and that's been by design over the course of the last 3 years with the hopes that this would happen, and it's now happened. So our guys are battle tested, they're ready, and we can't wait for it.
You talk about the role of your scheduling. I mean, you went for it. You went for broke.
Yeah, no, we did. I mean, if at the start of the year, I mean, the strength of schedule was, I had a lot of people question it. What the hell are you thinking? When you Ohio State, Michigan State, BU, BC, Omaha, CC, Harvard, I mean, on and on and on. And we thought as a staff, if we could somehow get to 500, it'd be a tremendously successful year. And then I think we came out of the gates at 9-3, and split expectations then became sweep expectations, and we are where we are now. I think the longest losing streak we had all year was 3, and after that losing streak, we reeled off 5 straight. So again, just a special group, and they're battle tested. They earned the right to be where we are today, and they know it.
It's been long enough since you sold them out. You feel like that. Put that behind you because you've been out Walker's injuries and different things.
That's completely behind us. I mean, it was unfortunate to end because of a lot of different reasons, health and a lot of that. Everybody has that going on right now, so you don't want to use that as an excuse. But we've watched it, we put it behind us. We're excited for what's ahead and to show everybody that we belong here.
You are the tradition. You said that right before the announcement. Now that it's official, what does it truly mean for the program moving forward?
I mean, these guys I think what's special about this group is they came here to set a standard and be tradition. They've now set the standard. This is what we are going to expect every year now. There's no reason why we shouldn't expect it. Not having a facility, that's not an excuse. Not having a conference, that's not an excuse, because we were able to do it. So this is the standard. And again, this is a tournament where you just have to get in. Anybody can win it. And so now we have the honor and to go try to win a national championship.
All right, that was an hour, and I get a couple of guys in here in just a moment. So stay with us here on YouTube Live. We'll be back live in just a moment. But for now, we're going to turn it back over to